What's going on, Sales Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for tuning in. You guys are legends. We finally did it. We have hit a milestone for me, not other people with their million subscribers, but we have hit 800. It means the world to me that 800 of you guys out there, guys and gals, all you circles, whatever it is, have taken your time to just, smash a like, smash a subscribe, and follow this journey. And hopefully it's giving you guys the information that you need to make a better decision on what type of sales you want to get into and how to get into medical sales. With that being said, a lot of people believe that when you work in sales, you're probably swimming in the money, making millions, buying yachts and things like that. And while that is true for some people, it's definitely not true for most. And I want to give you guys some paid transparency so that you could see what it's like for somebody that had zero experience get into sales, how I developed from that first role to where I am now, and kind of give you guys a possible pathway or just some insight on things that I couldn't get people to tell me. People were reluctant to be truthful and tell me how much money that they were making so I could make a better decision. So I want to help you guys and give you the opportunity to at least have an idea, a truthful idea. I've got the receipts. I will show you the W-2s of how much money I made. This is not a pat on my back. It is not to gloat. There are people that are probably making 2, 3, 4 times as much as I'm making in sales, and other people that are probably making less. I'm not saying I'm the best rep out there, but I want to show you guys what a realistic journey can be for you if this is something that you want to do. That being said, this first video is going to be about Cintas. I'm going to kind of run you guys through how I got paid, the commissions, and the structure behind it, and how much money I made while I worked there. When we hit the next milestone of 850 subscribers, then we're gonna get the long anticipated, I finally got my foot in the door, how much money I made at Stryker. Everybody knows that name. It doesn't matter who you are. If you've just listen to anybody talk, you know that Stryker is one of the leading medical device companies in the United States, probably even global. So I want to shed some light there on how much I was making. Then when we hit 900 subscribers, I will let you guys see how much money I made at Olympus. And I want to get you guys excited for that one because that is where I made my largest commission check. And I would love for you guys to see what that was. And this was small compared to some other people in different regions working within the same field as me at Olympus. But I want to give you guys that idea of what capital sales could be. Then at 950, we're going to jump into a contracting company that I worked for called Syneos, which then led to my job now at Novartis. And that's what I'll release those numbers at 1,000 followers. So if you guys have not already, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and let's jump into how much money you could make because, hey, I'm average. So these are probably average numbers. All right. Now for all the people that are still here and really just here because you're nosy and want to figure out how much money I made, I'll let you guys find out right now. I at least broke 6 figures in my first sales role. There you have it. If you're a true legend, which I know most of you guys are, then let's hop into it. Let me kind of break it down for you, highs, lows, and give you a quick overview of, how my career at Cintas went. So what you'll see at the very top is $540. That is my weekly salary. I was actually really excited about this salary. I believe before taxes, it was probably between like 33 and 35,000. And after taxes, if you multiply that out, I was making about 28,000. This was on par with what I was already currently making. I know, wow. Hey, your boy was not a baller. Still not a baller, but could be. As you guys see a little bit lower, there's a $373 check. And what that is an actual car package. So this was the cherry on top of my salary. I was unaware that I was gonna get this, and it was so exciting. For the people out there that don't understand what a car package is for mostly outside sales reps. Certain companies will offer it because you're using your own vehicle, putting miles on it, and it's a way that they can pay you for using your own car. And again, stoked. That was a cherry on top. I couldn't believe it. And hey, that's like another about $4,000 a year that I was making. Then, as you can see here, is a commission check for $1,200. At that point, your boy was truly balling. This is not my first commission check, but it is about on average what I was going to be making. And to earn that when you're already getting your salary and your car package, I was over the moon, like Dogecoin. And I was stoked. So I wanted to show you guys an idea of what your sales could, relate to if you got into sales. Now, a little bit lower here, you're gonna see $2,600. Yo, so your boy was making improvements. I was making better sales, bigger sales, more sales, and increasing my income. But with that being said, as you see here, that is not my salary. This is a commission check. I can't just show you guys, some ballin' numbers and then not show you the lows. This is a roller coaster ride. That is what sales is, especially when you have a low salary and you make most of your money off of your commissions. This is what you could, come home to one month if you didn't do really well. So keep that in mind. So a little bit lower here, you see 3,100. So again, your boy ballin', 2,900. Here we got a 4,900. Oh my gosh. I think I remember getting this check because I want to say it was about a month later, I put a lift and some bigger tires and wheels on my Jeep. Cause I didn't need to eat or anything. That's what I wanted to spend my money on. But look at that, a $5,000 commission check. So again, I'm not telling you these things to try to gloat about it. This was unbelievable for me. Like I said, was making less than $40,000 a year prior to getting into sales. And this is what I want to do for you guys. I want to show you some pay transparency so that if you were in the same boat that I was in, trying to figure out what you should do next, sales should be an idea because there's a lot of money to be made there. Here's a $6,400 commission check. And then, yo, Doge, putting it all in. If I would have, I got that at, like a month ago. But right here, 10K. What would you guys do with an additional $10,000?
Can I ask you, if you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh, okay, that's not good. We were hoping for a different answer.
Like I said, this is on top of my salary. So I just increased my $35,000 a year salary to $45,000 in one check. People are doing this, and I was not the top sales rep at Cintas at the time. So these are probably above average numbers, but still a good point for you to look at and see that these are things that you could be doing yourself. This month, I made $23,000. So I wanted to highlight that because that's not normal. That was a bonus and a commission, I'm fairly sure, that all hit in the same month. So I want you guys to see these things and understand that you need to really, as you start making more money, not make the same mistakes I did. I started trying to live that baller life, and as I 3x'd my income, I 3x'd my lifestyle. And, don't do that. Word of advice. I'll get off the soapbox on that one. But then here's another great commission check, $7,800. Another one. 4,900. And now we're gonna jump into the W-2s, the proof of that pudding. And in 2015, let me remind you guys of my journey. This was my first sales role. I, was so vanilla, didn't know how to do sales, and here I am 3xing my income. I told you guys I was making like maybe about $35,000 a year, and I had just now made $94,554. Over the moon. Again, Doge. 2016. Don't let this number fool you. I got 2 W-2s this year because Cintas, while I was working there, I think changed pay companies. So whenever they closed the books on one and opened up with another, ended up in 2 W-2s. So as you can see here, 50K. And then in the second W-2, we've got 52K. I did it. I had hit my goal that I set after making that first 95,000. I want to break 6 figures. As excited as I was to make 95,000, I was still looking at myself like, dang, if I could have just done like 1 or 2 more bigger sales, I would have hit 6 figures in my first year. But there you have it. My second year at Cintas, I made 102, 103 around there. So very exciting. This is plausible for a lot of you guys out there. Don't just think that you want to get into medical sales and that is the end all be all. While it is a pinnacle of a role to be in, there is still money to be made in other areas, and sales is a fantastic place to get into and really change your lifestyle. And lastly, here's just one quick final W-2 from Cintas. This was a lower number, and it was lower because I already had a foot out the door. I wasn't doing my job properly, and that's the next advice that I would give you. When you start interviewing and looking for another role, keep your gas or your foot on the gas pedal, all right? Because again, this is your livelihood, and I did not take that advice, and you can see here my numbers really tanked. I only made 38,000. I can't remember how many months I was there. I think that was like 5 months. So it was definitely not on par with my previous 2 years, but this was the last W-2 before getting into the 850 video, which is how much money I made at Stryker. The transition over, was it did that transition, was it worth making? So guys, if you made it this far, you are absolute legends. Hit the thumbs up. Give me a subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get this channel to 850 so that you guys can see what it was like for me getting into medical sales for the first year and how much money I made. All right, guys, until the next video.